All right, y'all, back again with another video, and I'm going to try to get this out prior to the draft. But anywho, I want to have a quick discussion, and this is going to be on a topic I will openly admit I'm not the most informed on. So, of all the videos I do, this one will be the one that I'll probably take the most criticism for, and could very well be very inaccurate. Now, the topic of this video is going to be, well, it's going to be really a discussion on Jello Ball. Now, in interest of full disclosure, of the Ball families, Ball family members, he's the one I care the least about. Honestly, and I'll be forthcoming about this, I really don't care much about the Ball family outside of LeVar and Lonzo anyway. Um, Lonzo is my favorite athlete of the three brothers, even though I fully acknowledge Melo is going to be better, more than likely. Um, at least offensively, we'll see. If he doesn't get the defense, he'll never be better than so. I'm going to put that out there first. That's my opinion, and that's the hill I'm going to die on. But anywho, LeVar, as a man, I respect him. Dead ass. But Jello is the family member I care the least about. Um, but here's the thing. I want to talk about something real quick, and some of you, it might click as soon as I say it. Of the three Ball brothers, Jello is the one that doesn't have anybody in his corner. Hear me out. So Lonzo has Demo, and he got a couple other friends, but mainly Demo. We talking about, as far as the basketball stuff is concerned, he has Demo. Uh, Melo has Jermaine Jackson, and shout out to my boy DJ. He did the video talking about Jermaine JJ coming into Melo's life. Uh, you know, very on point, very accurate. And the effect he's had on his life, especially in basketball sense, is profound. Then we got Jello. Now again, like I said, I may be informed about this, but you guys can correct me or whatever. I don't mind dying on this hill, but this is just my opinion from what I see. Who does Jello have, basketball wise, as a friend or someone that he's real tight with, that he can go and do his work with and train with and can keep him up and keep his head afloat? See, of the Ball family members, he's the one that doesn't have, like, he's got the least amount of flair, the least amount of hype, the least amount of energy. But even among that, he's the one that has the least amount of help. Let's be honest about this. So, like an episode or two ago, Ball in the Family, Jello didn't have anybody to help him practice. He was by himself. Lonzo was just about every time we saw him practice was with Demo. Every time Melo's practicing, he's with JJ. What did Jello have to go do to go train? He had to go with Melo and JJ. Who is the guy for Melo? I mean, Jello. Not there. And I'm sorry, I got my PlayStation playing in the back. You know, I'm a, I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Shout outs to anybody play that game. I do have a PlayStation 4, so if y'all want to hook up and play, let me know. Talk shit. But Jello really don't have anybody. And let's be upfront and honest about this. Having someone in your corner who's really down for you, gonna rock with you, and gonna hold you accountable, is one of the most important things you could have, especially as a professional athlete. You know, not sitting there taking any of your shit, keeping it real with you, keeping your head on straight, keeping you focused, right? Jello don't have that. And I'm not going to get into why he doesn't, because, like I said, I don't pay attention. I don't care. Who knows? He may actually have somebody, I don't know. But from what I've seen, I've never seen Jello like, yo, this is my bro. Like, each of the other Ball brothers has somebody in their corner or with them like 24/7. Gelo the only one that don't. Now, does that mean Gelo would have got drafted if he had that one guy? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying that prevented him or not. It's not my concern. It's not what I'm trying to get here and put out to you guys or get the opinion to you. What I'm simply saying is there is something to look at here in regards to Gelo in the fact that he does not have that guy in his corner. All he has is LeVar and his brothers. And by association, whoever they collaborate with. But he don't have anybody on that level. And I think even going forward, without having that, yeah, Gelo having Zoe and Mello and JJ and Demo to certain extents is okay. But when it comes time to branch out and do his own thing, see, Lonzo could go talk to Demo about doing his own brand. Mello could go talk to JJ about doing his own brand. Because JJ especially got experience. Demo played overseas. He got experience. Who the fuck Gelo got other than his brothers? Nobody. Which is disappointing. You know, and I'll be the first to admit, I call myself the lone wolf. I say I rock alone. I go by myself alone. You know, I'll stand on my own 2 feet. I don't really have to have that. People around me. Sometimes I think I work better by myself. But I also understand the limits of being by yourself. And there's certain things in this world where you need other people for, and it's nice to have friends. And I do have my friends. I got people I fuck with. And some of y'all, I could probably move from acquaintances to some degree to actual friends. Some of y'all I haven't met, many of you all in person. Hopefully someday I'm in Texas. I run into a couple of y'all. We be like, hey, that's Jay Strokes. He make the videos. And we can chop it up, have a conversation. Drink some alcohol, celebrate. Party, do our thing. But Gelo don't have that. He's by himself. And he's young, 20 something, like 22, going on 22 if he's not already. And he's basically alone. He has nothing else. And it's sad because I wonder if he had that extra person. Because okay, when you by yourself, you don't have to answer to anybody. If you make a decision to do something, who's there to be like a counter voice for you? Nobody. Not at all. I don't feel like working out today. Well, man, you need to get up, man. This grind, the grind ain't gonna get itself. We trying to get you paid in the league, right? Let's go up here and get these 3 days in. Okay, let's go work on this jump shot. Okay, let's go check out. Let's go watch the film on X player because their style of play is similar to yours. Let's watch what they do. Okay, let's work on for coming off that screen like that. Let's work on catch and shoot. Let's work on your defensive posture. I get it. You tired and exhausted, man, but we're trying to get you paid. You can't just have Zoe and Mello in front of you. You got to be with your brothers. You got to get up with them. Who is that guy? Doesn't exist. And so, one of the things that I hope for Gelo's sake, I hope Gelo becomes friends with somebody, and I mean true friends. I don't mean one of these fake clout chasing, just want to associate with Gelo because of his name to get their status up. No. I ain't talking about that kind of friend. I'm talking about someone who's gonna hold Gelo accountable and is truly friends with him because they want to be friends with him and they got some experience and they know the business and they can push Gelo. because I think if anything that LeVar has failed, he's done a disservice at marketing and getting Jello out there. Now, I'm not going to say all of it is on LeVar. Some of it is Jello's own fault. But the same way you had JJ in Melo's life, intentional or not, you got to do something about you got in Melo's life. You got to do something about Jello. Jello just can't be sitting around waiting. It disappointed me to see that man up in the gym shooting by himself, and I get it. Sometimes that's all you're gonna have. You just got to do it by yourself. But when you're trying to get into the league and stuff, like it can't just be dad anymore. You know, and I know he cool by association with, Zoe friends and stuff, and some of the superstars and people like Lance Stevenson and whatnot. But nah, Jello got to branch out to do his own thing. And even though everybody else has pretty much left Triple B's, he got to grow him. He got to grow himself as a man. You know, I would love to see Jello playing on a team in the league. Like, do I think he's going to be a superstar player? Absolutely not. But I think Jello has enough talent to get into the league and can make some noise. He can be productive. And so, is he going to get there at the rate he's going? Absolutely not. Which sucks because now you're going to be the brother that everybody going to look at and be like, what happened with you? The older brother got into the league, he paved the way. Younger brother got in the league just off raw talent. What's up with you? You were not supposed to make the same mistakes Zoe made, even though you made different ones. And you older, you're supposed to be better than Melo. What's going on? I get it, ankle surgery. Even though I got my own thing about that, I'm not sure if all that is necessarily true or not. Um, but for all intents and purposes, we'll go with it. But come on, man. Jello need to have somebody in his corner. I really do. And I think if he gets someone in his corner that's really about the business of being about him and keeping it straight with him, I think he'll do better than where he is. Because right now it's just like, damn. Let me tell you, Jello remind me, and I'm from Louisiana formerly. Jello remind me of one of those cats that had all the talent in the world back home and went to college, did okay, and it came back and just, stood on the block, hung out with the homies, drinking, and didn't fulfill any of that potential he had. Which sucks. Because LeVar's done an excellent job raising his boys. Yes, he's made mistakes, but, no parent is perfect. However, to sit here and act like, Jello, is completely 100% at fault or to blame here, I can't put that all on Jello. You know, you got rid of Foster. Kudos to y'all for that. But like Zoe said, Demo's been around since he was like in elementary or high school. He used to, LeVar trained Demo, and they've been tight. Melo just met JJ 2 years ago, and I mean not Jello. Melo just met JJ 2 years ago, and he has done so much for him. Jello got to be in the right situation with the right people. And right now, I'm not sure he's in the right place. Do I think Rock Nation is going to do their best for him? Yes, but I don't think that's what he needs. He needs something else. I think Lonzo did the right thing by breaking away and making his own decision. I want to see what Jello chooses. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to look back on your life, bruh, and you got to live whatever decisions you make. I want to see you be successful as a man. That don't mean basketball necessarily, but go out there and do something. If you gonna be a basketball player, go out there and hit that shit. Hit it harder than everybody else. Earn that shit. But if you're not gonna do that, you know your dad has failed at making a business, but you got the synopsis of it. Why don't you sit there and run some of your or help run your brother's stuff? But you might be like, okay, well, what's the point? He's still not breaking away. I mean, he's got his thing. He's got experience in the business piece because he's been around LeVar and the rest of them. If anything, Gelo could go out there and help start, apparel for athletes coming out of, college or out of high school or something, and help make them more marketable. He could do that. He could be on the business side. He may not be a basketball player, but he could be to basketball. He could be like a LeBron James version of like Rich Paul, even though Rich Paul is basically already that, but he could do something like that. Success isn't just by the number of shots you make on a basketball court or dribbles you take. He don't have to necessarily go down that road. But the point is, he needs to get some people in his life that's gonna push him. Because as of right now, I don't see it. And I know balling the families for showing shit like that, and I get that, but time is over for that. That nigga 22. He about to be 23. Lonzo just turned 23. Lonzo, it's crazy. He's nearing the end of his rookie fucking contract. 4 years ago, that nigga got drafted just about. Crazy. Melo is finna get his first contract, his first major payday as a pro tonight. And Jello had 2 more years in front of him. I get it, he had to recover, but come on. Jello, man, get some people in your life that's gonna hold you accountable and help you take your game to the next level. Peace.